Hello and welcome to Backstage with NatPhil. I'm Rebecca Smithorn, cover conductor with National Philharmonic, and today I'm talking to composer Jessie Montgomery, whose work Starburst will be featured on National Philharmonic's All-American Composers Concert, streaming on November 22nd at 2 p.m. Thanks for joining me, Jessie.
Thank you. Happy to be here, Rebecca. Thanks for having me.
So, Jessie, when did you first fall in love with composing?
Uh, well, I was about 10 years old when I started composing, and I had been learning also a little bit about improvisation and already from I was very lucky to have a violin teacher who was teaching improvisation to her students, and I just when I started composing, I fell in love with it. It was like I loved exercising. At that time I had only been reading music a short time, so exercising my notation skills and then just collaborating with my friends on the music that I was writing was like really exciting. And yeah, and I feel like a lot of the elements of that collaborative spirit that had started so young, I think has carried through all of my the way that I see composing now, even so, and collaboration. So
Nice.
yeah.
So I know we're all looking forward to hearing your fantastic piece, Starburst, in our November concert. What's the inspiration behind that piece?
So I had written this piece for the Sphinx Virtuosi. That was the group that premiered it, and that group, it was our first touring season without a conductor. And so I knew that we were going to have a piece that was going to have to be a kind of flashy encore. And I based the idea around sort of how I viewed the ensemble. I viewed the ensemble as a bunch of like rock stars. And so I thought, oh, Starburst, like it's like it's a group, we're exploding in space and like creating all of this like dynamic color as a group. And so I used that imagery of stars exploding to sort of speak to the nature of the group, and yeah, and also to find ways to feature unique elements of the string orchestra sound and different special techniques that are afforded string ensemble. So yeah, nice. All those things together.
Can you tell folks what the Sphinx Virtuosi is?
Oh, sure. The Sphinx Virtuosi is a conductorless chamber orchestra that is under the umbrella of the Sphinx organization, which is dedicated to promoting and enhancing careers of Black and Latinx string players. And so the Sphinx Virtuosi is their 18-piece conductorless orchestra that goes on tour every year for several weeks a year. And so this year they'll be in a home theater near you, but in general, they're usually touring around all over the country.
All right, well, thanks again for talking with me, Jessie. Mark your calendars for November 22nd to hear Starburst by Jessie Montgomery on National Philharmonic's concert, All American Composers. Thanks again, Jessie.
Thank you, Rebecca.